Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, yeah, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Kishka. Um, I am a stay-at-home mom for now. I've got 202. My oldest is turning 2 this month. I have a 6-month-old daughter. I'm 28 years old.
Love it. And so how did you find us, A, and B, what kind of made you reach out?
So I found you on Instagram. There was
Mhm.
an um, and I was on a weight loss journey after having my second baby in March. And I was doing okay until I hit a plateau for like a month. And I just didn't know where to go or how to go about it without losing my milk supply. I didn't want to damage my metabolism. And I feel like I've done that before. So I just wanted to be safe this time and actually get the results I wanted. So what was interesting about your ad was it was targeted for moms, and I felt like it would help with my hormones, and it was more relatable for me. So
Yeah. Yeah. And tell me a little bit about that. So, like, obviously you found us, you started with us. What were some of your hesitations prior to signing up?
I've tried a lot of things before. Like I went vegan for like 2 months. I tried like other programs and nothing really worked. Um, so I was a little hesitant about trying a new program, but like I said, I was stuck. So I just needed some like help from experts.
Right, right. So you were stuck for a little bit and you're like, okay, I need some expert help. I'm not sure if I want to do this because I've tried a bunch of stuff in the past. When you jumped into the program, what was like your experience with that? Just getting started with everything you were struggling with and
It really helped. So my coach is amazing. It helped that we started off, not like extreme. It wasn't like, okay, tomorrow you start this. It was more like, okay, let's see how your habits are and start tracking. And then it was building little bits at a time. So that
Mhm.
really
Yeah. And so what like part obviously like yeah, stacking those habits one at a time was really helpful for you. Um what part of because you're like, oh, I was stuck, I'm not really sure what to do. Like, how did this program kind of fill that knowledge gap for you in terms of like what exactly to we like, what was it that you're like, oh, that's what I should have been doing?
um it was staying consistent with at least like one of the macros. Like protein was
Mm,
a huge thing. um as I look back on like the days that I started tracking, like my protein was everywhere. Like it was 102 one day, and then it was like 60 one day, and it was like up and down, up and down. It was never consistent. So that's probably why I wasn't seeing any more
mm.
results.
Was just the consistency.
Yeah, consistency, uh, knowing exactly what macros are going into my body, especially like knowing how much protein I'm getting, how much protein I needed, how
Yeah,
much calories I needed and was getting.
that's
I
great.
think I'm
And
under eating as well. So that's what I was afraid of, was going way too low with my calories, and that
mhm,
would metabolism eventually.
got it. And so you're worried about going too low. And
Mhm.
then obviously once you worked with Kelsey, um, how did she kind of make sure that you were getting enough food for your milk supply and everything? And just to
So, like I said, the first week she kind of looked at what I was doing just naturally, what I was eating, and then the next week she'd be like, okay, so on average you're eating this much, so we want to put you at this calorie. So like I think on average I was eating like 17, 1800 calories, and then she was like, okay, let's since your goal is to lose weight, let's put you at 16 or 1700 to start with.
Right. And so you started with us, you were plateaued for a month. I think you have a wedding coming up, right?
End of October.
End of October, you're getting married. And so you were in this plateau, and obviously you're like trying to get to that next levels for your wedding. But like, I guess, how were you feeling when you were just kind of stuck for that month?
I was feeling hopeful or hopeless. I just didn't know what to do next. I was, like hopeless.
Hopeless?
Yeah.
And then in terms of like how you're feeling now, because you got your wedding coming up in, a little bit here, like how are you feeling now? And how have your results really like kind of like how that been?
So as of today, I'm 138. I started the program at 156. So that's almost 20 pounds.
Wow.
And when did I start? Like August, beginning of August or end of July?
I think you're 6 weeks in.
Yeah. So that's a huge weight loss in 6 months. Or not
6 weeks.
So I have a goal and I know for sure I can reach it, just knowing that I had results this whole time. So I'm not hopeless anymore. I know the results are gonna come, so I'm very happy. And
That's awesome. And so what would you tell someone, in your position where you start, like another mom, who had tried a bunch of stuff in the past, is getting to a place where they're feeling really hopeless, maybe in a plateau, like they want to make a change. Like what would you tell someone in that position?
if they wanted to try the program,
Or just like make a change, like, and just, drop the weight or get healthy.
I would say if you can get like expert help, do it. I think it's worth it. I was on the fence and I'm so glad I did it because I feel like I have someone I trust that will help me with my results and in a healthy way. It's not like something that's gonna damage me, damage my metabolism. So for someone, I think you should stay consistent with one thing, and then start building on that habit. Like if you can calorie count and use MyFitnessPal, do it. I think it's really important to have solid facts so you can look at it and make decisions based off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great advice. And I think like, in terms of your coach, shout out Kelsey. How like aside from just really helping pace you through this whole journey and making sure that you're eating enough, like how else do you feel like she's really been able to help you in your journey?
Yeah, so whenever I have questions, I reach out to her and she responds really quickly. One time my weight actually went up and I was like mentally struggling with that. I was kind of having like a mental struggle with weighing myself every day. And she just kind of helped me with that mentally, kind of eased me in telling me obviously there's going to be fluctuations, this isn't linear. And I think that's helped me build a better relationship with actually myself and with food, and just realizing like things aren't going to be straight line. It's going to be up and down, up and down. Like your body's going to fluctuate, obviously. So she's just
Yeah.
been supporting me mentally.
Yeah. And tell me about that. Cause like you were like, you said, I don't know what the exact wording was, but something like more comfortable or happy with yourself. If you can kind of go into detail a little bit on that, what you mean.
So before I started the program, I was kind of like in such a bad space where like I looked in the mirror and I like didn't recognize myself pretty much. And now I'm like, I can't I can't go past the mirror without looking at myself. Like, like the confidence boost, and like I had to buy new pants because my pants were too big on me. So just things like that, like it's building me up, my confidence level, my energy level. Like I think I'm probably a happier person to be around now. Now that like I'm not, basically hating on myself.
Sure. And to be honest, like I see all the check-in forms, and I always get yours and I screenshot it, and I just love the positivity and the attitude you bring, and just the relationship that with yourself and with food, and just like this whole experience in general. I feel like it's really improved since you started with us, and it's just really great to see.
Yeah. Oh, one of the biggest thing was I used to like look at food like, oh, this is bad, I can't eat this, and this is gonna like mess up my results. And now don't look at something like that. I just, if I want to eat something, I just fit it into my, daily calories, macros, whatever. So that's helped me tremendously with like relationship with food, basically. So I don't
Yeah,
look at food like, oh, this is bad. Chocolate is bad, or like a burger is bad. It's just not there anymore. So I'm really happy about that.
that's great. Just having that gray area, and the fact that it's all it's all a big continuum. There's no such thing as bad or good. That's great. You had that experience, and thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate you, and the results you've seen have been really inspiring for a lot of moms, and myself as well. I mean, 18 pounds in 6 weeks, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, wait, 156 to 138. So yeah, 18 pounds.
In 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's
Solid.
crazy. That's like 3 pounds a week average.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And it's been great to have you, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the journey, and congratulations so far. And I know a lot of these moms listening to this will get a lot out of it, because I'm sure they can relate to where you start at, having that looming event in the future that like you really got to get ready for. But it's been really great to see, and really, really happy to have you. I'm glad we were able to connect and do the program.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, Kishka. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks again so much for hopping on.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.